our sales director to officiate the launch.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we have been waiting for. Get your cameras ready. We're moments away from feasting our eyes on Volvo Malaysia's 2 new flagship models. Big congratulations to the Volvo Malaysia team. Okay, let's coordinate this shot. First up, we also have 2 units for you to view outside. Alright, so take your pick. Enjoy the rest of the day. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, once again on behalf of Volvo Malaysia, thank you so much for joining us here. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Alright, so yeah, exciting. Both cars. So let's begin, shall we? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's the current XC90. No, that's the new XC90, and that's the EX90. Now, I've done a video on the EX90, but anyhow, I'll give a refresher today. So, as a previous owner of 2 XC90s, I'm very happy to see this new one. It's been thoroughly updated, even though they fully admit it's the same car, same chassis, same engine, but they updated it a lot in terms of suspension and all the other stuffs, and that beautiful new grille as well. Now, when Volvo embarked on the replacement of the highly popular XC90, right, they were planning to go full electric. Hence the EX90. So the EX90 was tasked to completely replace the XC90. Even though a lot of us owners, a lot of us Volvo lovers were kind of sad, because we were hoping for Volvo to keep the XC90 while they can have the EX90. All right, and of course our prayers were met because of how the world trends has been changing ever since China's dominance in electric powertrain has gotten the Europeans and the Americans to kind of scale back their adoption of EVs. They have since consumer-centric has changed, right? And of course, you know, geopolitics and all that. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that anyway, but apart from fully developing the EX90, they have decided to keep the XC90, which is a very welcome thing to see. All right, so I've covered this car in another video. I'll start with this car first. So what are the changes? Basically the whole front end, I would say. So I mean, all of us remember how good looking the XC90 was, right? The headlights was until here, and then there's this shape, and then the Thor's hammer in there, and now the headlight, of course this is black color, so you can see less, I would say, but you can definitely see that the whole bonnet is changed, and then this outlines the shape of the headlight, and then the Thor's hammer sort of blends into the grille now. All right, and then it is a very modernized Thor's hammer. It looks really good, very sharp, and very, very modern. I love it. Okay, and down here we have these sort of ornaments, I would say, garnishing details, which hides the little radar over here. And you can see that there is a theme of this bumper that sort of wraps back, but at this part, I like this part that it slowly curves upwards. So you can see the lower grille here has that, it spans all over, and then there is no need for a special placement of the car plate holder, because this whole bumper part is cut open by these two, and then this middle part is just nice to have the number plate holder, which is really nice. It doesn't affect the styling details of the car. Now, one really amazing thing that the Volvo team has done is with this logo. As you all know, the Volvo logo over all these years, it is the sign of iron, right? And over all these years, there hasn't been any successful attempt at trying to provide a visual symmetry to what is an asymmetrical logo. But what they have done with this grille is amazing. So this is the traditional Volvo logo that has one line that cuts over the grille. And now, just by repeating this and then diagonally did that, what they have done is that they have made something that was asymmetrical to become symmetrical. That is a fantastic execution in modernizing the Volvo logo, and I absolutely love how they did this. All right, and I'm sure China, Alibaba, Taobao, somebody's gonna come up with this grille for existing XC90, XC60 owners. They're definitely gonna do it. All right, the cars are fitted with Michelins. Even the previous ones are Michelins as well. So not much of changes. As you can see, the doors still open only up to about, I would say, not even 70 degrees. This is like 60 over degrees, which is something I, as a previous owner, I always felt the doors don't open wide enough compared to other cars. All right, now the interior would be cool. Let's, oh, come. You queue first. You go ahead. All right, so I will just talk about the door panel first. All right, it looks like it has changed, but largely not. So I can see that the previous one has a handle over here on the passenger side, which the driver side doesn't have, but this one doesn't. All right, materials are fantastic. Volvo car interior build qualities are amazing. All right, now it's a combination of different materials. So you can see here, this is leather wrap, all right, stitches, and then the Bowers and Wilkins aluminium plate cover is updated, so it's top and bottom now, and then in between is the inlay of the open pore wood, as you can see here. Very nice. The ambient lighting is up there, and this is largely similar to the previous one. Same goes with the door lock and unlock button, and this is really plush and covered in leather as well, and these are all really high quality plastics all the way down. Full length door bin, bottle holder. Interestingly, this speaker grille isn't Bowers and Wilkins branded. Here we have a door sill cover that lights up, aluminium. All right, nice seats. Volvo seats has always been really, really nice. That's the seat belt. Yes, Volvo invented the seat belt, and then they gave out the patent to all the other car makers. These are all similar. The seats are still the same seats. All right. Oh, such a familiar feeling. So nice. Very nice. The open pore wood is over here. Now they have updated the aircon vents. My biggest gripe with the previous XC90 are the aircon vents, right? These aircon vents are designed by Jonathan Disley. Right, he is the patent holder of these aircon vent mechanisms, and he licensed it to Volvo. And I've always loved how these aircon vents look in the XC60, and now they have adopted it into the XC90. Now, a lot of people complain about Volvo having a standalone screen over here, but I think it's pretty well done because they didn't oversize it too much, right? And of course, if they integrate it back into this, it will be at least 1 inch smaller and then half an inch narrower, right? But the way they did it here is not too intrusive in terms of visual. I mean, if they would have spent more money to integrate it, of course they could, but that will also raise the height of the cowl. And if they raise the height of the cowl, the feeling of spaciousness and all that would be reduced, all right? This is a new element over here, the Bowers & Wilkins center speaker and tweeter. That's a new element. And then here we have this really nice aluminum satin chrome that runs all over. This part is interesting. They could have done more, I would say. There should be more room to have 2 wireless chargers, but they only have 1. Here's a phone holder as well. And then do I still have this? Yes, we still have this. Open pore wood, little insect there. This is still the Oroforce crystal gear knob. Oroforce is a very well-known Swedish brand making crystals, sort of like Swarovski, and still single direction start-stop. And these are Google-based infotainment screen. Volvo has the best because it is the only premium car where you can go in the car without thinking about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you have your Spotify and you have your Google Maps immediately. All right, and this part is textile. All are largely similar to the previous one, and same goes frameless rear view mirror. This one will have, oh, very considerate. They put lights inside the car for us to video the interior. So you get the blind as well. And what else do we get? Largely the same. Steering wheel is still the same. And yep, this one, same as well. You get some USB-C ports in there. So most of it would be here. All right, you get a new screen and it's larger, it's Google based, and then it's nice. Yep. All right, very snappy, and I love the handling of this car. I love the comfort of this car. It is still as good as it was. In the middle you have 3 individual seats, right? That makes the biggest difference between this and the others. All right, and here we still have the blind at the back. All right, all these are updated. And of course the third row is still there. That's one of the selling points of the XC90. And the booster seat is in the middle in the XC90. All right, all this. Thank you so much. Yeah, still there. Yep. I don't know why other car makers never do this. But the funny thing is this, in the S90, you have 2 booster seats, all right? And people who buy SUVs, probably they have a larger family, but you only get 1 booster seat. But nevertheless, there are 2 seats at the back. Let's see if they have improved things at the back. This is still the same, all right? No changes over here. I'll open it after you take photo. Careful though, you're standing by the edge. Okay, all right. All right. All right, y'all got a shot? Okay, the same thing. If you have your shopping bags and all that, you can flip this up and then you can hook your stuff. Go over all that. It still is the only car maker that does this so that your things don't roll around in the car. This is, as an owner previously, I absolutely use this all the time. Now, one thing I don't see is a cutout point over here and here to store the tonneau cover. So same thing, the tonneau cover couldn't be stored. Let's see if the little spider is still here. Have they updated it? Nope, the spider is still there. A little cute spider is still there. You have your cup holders, aircon vents, largely still largely similar. Okay, this has never been changed. But the car is still really good. I know so many XC90 owners are on their 3rd XC90. Even myself, I bought 2. And there are people on their 4th XC90 because after they bought this in 2015, they drove it for 2.5 years. They want to change to a BMW or a Porsche. They tried it, they don't like it, they came back. And then they bought their 2nd one, they bought their 3rd one. So this car is highly popular. I suspect this will still outsell that one in Malaysia because this car is just that popular and it is that good. Even until now, I get friends who say that they test drove the X7, they came back to this. They test drove the new Cayenne, they came back to this. Why? Because it's just comfortable, practical, nice to drive, and it's overall fantastic package. Of course, there are certain things that I wish they have updated, you know, such as the doors could have opened wider, you know, as ingress egress for family cars. 60/70 degree door opening is not enough. The tonneau cover is extremely heavy, and when you remove it, it lies around here. It will just go around, but there's no holder that they have updated to put the tonneau cover. And what else? Nothing much I would improve. This car is still, yeah, as good as it is, and still one of the best car in the market. All right. So we asked about the drivetrain. They said they have improved the interior. They have improved the suspension. But in terms of engine, in terms of the EV range of this car, is still rated at 70 over km. So largely the same drivetrain. It is already a very developed drivetrain, very proven drivetrain. It has been around for 9 years, updated and improved over 9 years, and still, it is still a class-leading product even until now. All right, now to the EX90. Of course, there's a lot of new things that from an EV perspective, oh, you need to have all this new stuff, you know, unlock the door, this thing pops up and all that. But as a Volvo owner, see, that's the max angle. This is about 70 degrees, which I think could have been more. Now, I videoed this car extensively in a separate video, but nevertheless, I'll still give a refresher. Just I won't queue up to go in. Okay, I'm just gonna point it over here. You have a larger screen, center screen over here, and this is largely similar in architecture as the EX30, but all these are brand new designs. All right, new elements, new parts, new ideology in terms of their design. But I just find it funny, you can't put a large bottle over here. The door bin has no cutout at the front part. As for the rear, it is also a 3-seater. I sat inside it. It is no bigger than the XC90. They are very similar in terms of third row, in terms of second row. All right, but okay, I'll wait for him to take a photo, then I'll open it. Yeah, so these are the Volvo's new design elements. Okay, they split the rear tail lights. Some remain on top of the D pillar, and then here is nice. Okay, and then I'll wait for him to video, and then until I open up the boot. All right. Careful behind, bro. All right. Okay. Okay. Everyone has their kung fu pose. Okay, so we get more cameras, and the twin performance badge is there. Oh, number plate there. Oh, okay. That looks like a button. Alright, so, okay, let's look at it. And this is interesting. They put a tonneau cover over here, but actually, there is an opening for a tonneau cover over there. Is there two different versions of tonneau cover? I cannot imagine this one. Very interesting, because this is obviously shorter than that, and I really want to see. Yeah, this is really just for this. Very interesting. Now if I take it out, so for different markets, I suppose you may be able to have one tonneau cover over there, and this one goes down all the way left. Right, it's electronically operated. All right, and then do I have a space to store this? Yes, I do. This is the cutout I mentioned. Look at this. This is the cutout, and this is the cutout. I think in the preview, the car doesn't come with a tonneau cover. So this is very interesting. A three-row SUV where you can raise the third row and you still have look at that. Oh, this is so so much more convenient to just press a button and then you can raise the third row and you still can put your luggages over here. You still have a tonneau cover. Oops. Yeah, it is not super duper secure. Let's see. Okay, let's go back here. There we go. Yep. You still get a tiny tonneau cover at the back here, where this one it can be removed and stored down here, and then you have loads of room down here as a hidden storage. I like this boot. This boot is really, really good. And you notice how they point the lights pointing inside? I tell you what, because the boot is a very dark environment, a lot of car makers never thought of all these little details, right? They put the lights here, and when you open your boot at a dark place, right, that light becomes too glaring. But this one won't, because it's pointed inwards. Right? These are some hook points, and I love the whole execution behind here because this makes it ultra usable. Of course, you don't get the flip up thing anymore, but this is very usable. And of course, when you need to carry more luggages and all that, you can just drop that, and then the tonneau cover remains here. I don't think this tonneau cover will fit over there. I don't think so, but it may fit over here when it may. I'm not sure. Let's try. Why not? Why not? I just try, right? And then I get this out of the way. Let's see if it fits. Let me pull this out and see if it fits at a further spot. If it does, it will be cool. Right. No harm trying. Does it firmly lock in place? I'm not sure. There is some cutout point over here that... Nope, I don't think so. Maybe it goes the other way. I'm gonna need more time to figure that part out. So far it only locks in this position. Yep, it only locks in this position, but not there. All right. Yeah, sorry for spending too much time in the boot. Speakers over there, aircon vents, USB-C ports, and let's close it. Okay, just a refresher of the second row. It's not terribly larger. Oh, the seats are nice. Again, 3 individual seats at the back, booster seats in the middle for the kids. These are man-made leathers. These are not real leathers. Very nice feeling, but man-made leathers. And yeah. So it's a choice of whether you want full electric or plug-in hybrids. All right. And I like both. I still miss this. Actually, I miss the old one. But that is very nice. All right, guys, so 442,000 and 400 what? 418 for the lower one, right? 428 or something like that. 434 or 418. 418 will be the B5. No point buying that. Buy the T8 straight away, plug-in hybrid. 434 888. Not much of a price increase. 442 for the electric version. All right, and they come with the standard 5-year warranty, 8-year on batteries, and then they have their service package stuff. All right, so yep, signing off now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to announce that lunch is served at Lola.
Lunch is served, and that's the time for me to leave. Yep. All right, so I'm happy to see more people should buy Volvos. They are genuinely good cars. Yeah. All right. So I'm not gonna have lunch. Yeah. Better go home have lunch with the wife. That's the better choice. All right. Yo, Mark. See you, bro. Yep. All right. Sorry? You're with Thomas this morning.
Good chat with him.
Oh, Bojo.
No, he came to see the property, like talking to him.
Wow, Thomas want to buy property. Okay, cut the